What's up, Starcraft fans? Today we're doing the tier list for what goes around on Scythe of Amon. Brian, let's hear the mutation.
Scythe of Amon is the map where we have to destroy 5 void slivers pre-placed on the map before timer runs out. Each void sliver we destroy adds more time, and gives more powers to the remaining ones. Your attacks deal damage to your own forces. Enemy hybrids nuke upon death.
Twotuuu is the call with us today. Twotuuu, how are you?
Great.
Fantastic.
Great.
How do we rank the commanders this week?
So there are 2 mutators, basically. If you don't care about either of them, then you'll get a very high ranking, and if you care about one of them, then your ranking will drop a bit. If both of them slow you down, then you'll be in the middle.
That makes sense. Yeah, I basically weight double edge a little higher since, well, yeah, if you're good at double edge, you get 2 points. If you're fine with double edge, you have means to counteract double edge, you get 1 point. If you have a means to negate the damage from mutual destruction, which is more of a skill-based mutator, or remembering that this is a thing, mutator, more so than you have to actively avoid it. Unless we're dealing with air hybrid, so mostly you're fine. But yeah, if you're good with mutually assured destruction, you get 1 point. If you not, you get 0 points. So if you have 3 points, you're A or higher. If you have 2 points, you're B. If you have 1 point, you're C. If you have no points, you're D. Let's begin. Abathur, where do we have him?
Abathur, he just gets swarm hosts, and then he can kill everything because the swarm hosts locusts don't care. And early on, you can just farm for biomass at the 5 o'clock sliver. You just place toxic nests in front of the void rift, and you keep getting stuff.
Yeah.
It's you don't have to rush a brutalist, but you should probably get 1, and then after that, all swarm hosts. Then it's really easy. So I put him in S.
S tier. How do you deal with the air hybrid?
Air hybrid, your swarm hosts attack air.
Don't the air hybrid sometimes ignore the things on the ground?
Sometimes, but you can target it and kill it. You can
suppose.
also spend a lot of minerals on spore crawlers, and they don't ignore all of them. And minerals are just a dump anyways for Abathur.
That makes sense. I actually had Abathur in A, but I am not opposed to S because I was debating on whether to put him in A or S. He is really good. I just have other guys in S. I guess Abathur can belong there. Yeah, let's put Abathur in S. Prestige-wise, by the way, yeah, he is good in everything. I would just recommend that you, maybe limit the Brutalisks to 1 because you probably need more Storm Hosts to overwhelm the double-edged mutator. Plus, the biomass allows the units to regen themselves when they deal damage. So essentially, you negate the damage that you deal with you deal to yourself with double-edged. So that's great. Abathur goes in S tier. Prestige, second one? You went second one, right?
Second one.
All right. Alarak for me is C tier. He is fine with 1 meteor. That is mutual assured destruction. He has a range to outrange the hybrids, but double-edged, everything he does deals damage back to him, with the exception of the War Prism. Not great. And you can kind of negate some damage with the Slayers, but again, not great. So he's C tier for me.
All right. He has a good way to deal with slivers, which is the overcharge kill. The problem with using overcharges on the slivers is that you don't have any for defense, and you might lose a lot of stuff. So you either have to you can only really attack or defend. You can't really do both. And he's probably better off at attacking than defending because Alarak plus double edge is just not very good. So I also put him in C.
Okay. I guess we're unanimous. Do you still want the 3rd prestige though? Or do you think like no prestige is fine? Or 2nd prestige even?
No prestige because you want the free mothership
Yeah.
for extra damage.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put Alarak in C tier. Arcturus, where do we have him?
So he his bunkers don't care about double edge, but everything his ESOs do. So you can't use ESOs like you normally do. If you know this map very well, you can actually attack slivers from the back. You could probably kill 1 easily, 2 if you're pretty good, and 3 if you're very good. But it's pretty easy to just take out 1 of them with 1 bunker, and after that you just kind of wait for the nuke.
Yeah.
So you nuke the rest. And
Pretty much.
it takes longer, but he can survive. And for the attack waves, you just spread your bunkers so that mutually assured destruction doesn't kill
all of
as
them.
many things as it can.
Yeah.
So it's not. So he has to care about mutually assured destruction a little bit. So I put him in A.
Oh, I actually put him in S because I still think it's just a matter of time before Amon loses. I don't think it's that difficult to just trade off a few vampires. I think it could be S, but again, if you're not that sold on it, I guess we can settle for A. Is he fine with S?
He's like, he has to care a little bit. Like in the beginning, when you only come with the small hybrids or the minor ones, it's okay. But later on, you kind of have to care when there are 3 or more of them. And if they all produce big explosions and your bunkers are clumped, then you're going to lose a lot of stuff, even if you're waiting. So you also need your dudes alive for mandate generation. So
That makes sense.
you get a nuke every 5 minutes, but you need to keep your dudes alive to generate that mandate. So you have to care a little bit, which is why I still didn't put him in S.
All right. So fine. I guess we can settle for A. A is not bad. It's actually really good. Let's move. Oh wait, Prestige. You still want the third one, right? So you can just wait for nukes.
Yes, third one.
Definitely want the third one. Artanis for me is also A because he can just likewise wait for solar bombardment for at least 3 of them, and then the rest he can just kind of. If you can target the back 3 first, like the far 3, and you can leave the close one and the expansion one for last, you can possibly overrun those with dragoons, or I think disintegrate just barely doesn't destroy the Tempest, but I'm not sure about that. I'll have to check on that. But I think you can do it with just solar bombardment and just shield overcharge dragoons or shield overcharge Tempest. That should probably work fine. That's why he's still A for me. What do you think?
He's similar to Manx in that he can nuke the shards, but he has to care a little bit about mutually assured destruction. And since he doesn't have bunkers, he has to care a little bit more than that. Yeah, if you have Guardian Shell, you won't take out waves as easily, but at least if you get blown up, it won't hurt as much. And also, if you use P0, you have Guardian Shell, but you have a harder time taking out the waves. So choose whichever one. I put them in A. Dragoons aren't good against everything either, so there are some things where
Such as
you have to.
Zerglings.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we agree on A. Let's put Artanis in A. Prestige-wise, no prestige or third prestige, depending on your style.
Either one.
Either one. Yeah, just pick whatever style you want and just go with it. Dehaka, where do we have him?
Make creeper hosts and shoot everything. That's it. So you can also eat a hybrid, blow up, die, and then summon a pack leader, and you just like instantly deleted one of the big threats.
Yeah.
So S.
Pretty much what he said. Everything's just formulaic with Dehaka here. Just eat the hybrid, delete, or you can delete the rest, then eat the hybrid, and then just send your creeper host at the shard. You'll win. S tier. Prestige-wise, any prestige will work, but do you still want the second one?
Probably it's better. You could take more than one nuke.
All right, let's move on. Fenix for me is B tier. He's just barely better than the C tiers for me because he has the third prestige, so he can just keep getting refunded on Kaldalis and the champions. So he can just reduce the cost of double-edged and mutual destruction. It's not perfect, but I think it's still fine. You can still do this pretty much head-on. Plus, I saw... Oh wait, no, that probably won't apply here. I was about to say, I saw someone do a really sick speed run with just Kaldalis, but that probably won't work with double-edged, so maybe it won't work. I still think he's B though. What do you think?
So, he has carriers. So carriers ignore double-edged, and the problem with carriers is that it takes a while to get enough of them to deal meaningful damage, and you're kind of pressured to kill. You need to deal a lot of damage before 7 minutes so you can
That's true.
get
the expansion
to get your expo. So yeah, without your expo, you make even fewer carriers. So it takes a while to get rolling. Once you get rolling, you also have to not let your interceptors die to mutually assured destruction.
Yeah.
So you have to know how to like target something else, even your own unit, to get the interceptors to fly away. Or you have to fly away and let Caldalis finish off the hybrid or something like that.
I usually just use stop command. That kind of makes the interceptors go back to the carrier. I guess you can also just target something behind the carrier. So you can maybe have a pylon behind, so you can attack move. You can attack your carriers at it when the hybrid's about to go bye-bye. Because as I think Styx might have mentioned this before, remaking the interceptors takes longer than it takes to make the carrier itself. And I think for Phoenix, the build time for carriers is about 2 minutes. Is that right?
I'm not sure, but it's pretty long.
It's painful. So anyway, yeah, where do you have him?
B. So
right.
He can deal stuff. He just not in the early on. Like, he's not completely helpless, but he's also not really good.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
Above average, I guess, but no, above average is looking at the rest of my guys here. Yeah, above average is pretty good. So he's fine. B tier. B tier is fine.
This is a B+2, so right, it's not that hard.
That's what she said. What prestige?
Not 2, because you're making carriers.
One. Yes. Okay. Let's move on. Han and Horner, where do you have them?
Han, Horner, Reapers, carrier galleons all don't care about double-edged. Strike fighters do care in the sense that every time you use it, you have a 2-minute cooldown instead of 1 because they die and they have to be remade. You can also spawn camp waves by using magmines, and if you spawn camp them, the hybrids don't even spawn at all.
That's the best plan.
So it's really good. Yes. If they do spawn, you can kind of like throw some hellbats in front while you like hit and run kind of thing. So it's decent. I put Han Horner in A.
Ooh, I had Han and Horner in B because while I think they do have means to negate the damage from mutually assured destruction by what you said, just camping the waves and making sure that you put mag mines, because the attack waves on Sky the Fame arrive on 2 points, the north and the west. So if you camp those areas with mag mines, you theoretically never let the hybrid spawn, because the hybrids only spawn when the transports drop units or when the air units cross a certain point. So if you don't let them cross there, the hybrids never spawn. And my concern is they might run out of steam even with the refunds on the double-edged. So if it's not a concern to you, I guess I'm okay with A, because I like Han and Horner.
What's the concern? The Reapers, as long as you don't get +3 weapons, you stop at +2 weapons and get armor, but don't get +3 weapons, then you won't kill yourself.
I guess it's not so much of a concern for you because you actually know how to micro, but I take damage from the enemies, the normal enemies. So I guess fine. I'm okay with A. Just play better.
If you're spawn camping the waves, the enemies don't do anything, and
I mean the
starting
shards.
from the 3rd shard, you double up both cooldowns on the shards, and you never fight anything. You just you drop in the space station and call in the fleet on the same shard, and everything is dead, and you just fly Reapers in to finish it off.
Everything is dead.
So you don't really fight anything.
All right, I guess I'll have to trust you there. Okay, fine. I guess Han and Horner can go in A tier because I like Han and Horner. Plus, they get so few chances to get a high tier, so that's fine. You want first prestige here, so the magmites activate faster?
Yes.
Yeah, you want better magmites here. Karax S tier because he has the Spear of a Dude, which does not care one bit about mutual assured destruction, or rather double edge. For mutual assured destruction, you can have a couple of cannons in front to soak up the nukes, just replace them every time and have a lot of monoliths behind them, so you can deal the actual damage. If you're dealing with Zerg and a lot of stuff, you can do the same thing with Hot and Horner, and just Sorrow Lance the transports before they drop the units. Just have a couple observers spotting the attack waves. And that should be good for S. What do you think?
Unity barrier also means you get a free hit.
Nice.
So, and everybody gets a free hit. So even if they blow up on you, it doesn't matter too much. And you have Purifier Beam for P3. You have Purifier Beam for pretty much every attack wave until like very late game.
Yeah.
And then you can just like, there are no environmental mutators, so you siege an observer near, and then you just like Solar Lance slowly, Solar Lance the shards to death.
Just get the
or
fire
you can
upgrade.
use P2 and mass carriers, which also works.
I haven't tried that.
So S.
Yeah, all right. As T2 said, you can do third prestige with just Solarite power thinger. Top bar, Spear of a Dude. Or you can do second prestige. I haven't tried it, but Twotuuu says it's good, so yeah, you can give that a try. S tier. Kerrigan, where do we have him?
Kerrigan herself, she doesn't want to attack too much because things will not end well. So kind of depends on what enemy you're fighting. If you're fighting ground, it's not so bad because Brute Lords don't care. But air units, like if you're fighting air, you're in a bit of trouble. Immobilization wave, sometimes she'll off herself, sometimes she'll be fine. So it kind of depends on where you use it. And it's kind of like if you use it on an attack wave, you can't use it for the shard. Unless or the sliver, unless the wave happens to spawn near where you're attacking. So I put her in B because enemy comp matters a bit, and Brood Lords take a while to get rolling.
I put her in C because she doesn't really have a good answer to air hybrid. That I guess she can run away back inside the Omega Orb because the air hybrids take a long time to explode. But the ground hybrid, I guess, Dude Lords are expensive. They take a while to get to. How many Dude Lords can you get out by the third shard?
I don't know. I did this, but by the by the time I destroyed the first one, I had 3.
That's really good. What mastery did you use? Did you use the unit cost reduction mastery?
I don't remember, but I know I used P3.
Huh. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Because for me, those are really expensive. Like 150 gas if you don't have any masteries. That's on top of the 100 gas. So 250 gas per year. That's like a carrier, which is a late game unit even for Karax.
Let me see. 25. So 25 immobilization wave. So that kills most Protoss things. I don't know why I use.
You have 5.
I don't know why I use 525. 5 points invest ping gas reduction.
Huh. So
and then so at 640 I have 2 Brute Lords shooting. So the game ends at 8 minutes, right? The first one. You game over at 8 minutes, so that's
8 minutes.
If you don't kill the first shard.
Oh, game over. Okay, you lose at 8 minutes. I thought you'd beat it in 8 minutes. Okay. Okay.
No, you lose at 8 minutes. So that means like right now I'm looking at 7 minutes I have 2 Brood Lords and 1 Mutalisk. And the second wave is coming.
Did you just skip
the third Brood Lords is on the way. Yes. I walked there because I need money.
That makes sense.
So,
okay. I should do that. I guess if you can get enough Dude Lords, you might be fine, but you still need to kind of make sure you don't forget about mutually assured destruction, because how mutually assured destruction does its damage is you forget it exists for the first one, and then it reminds you that it's there by just blowing up your entire army. So you just have to be aware that mutually assured destruction is a thing. I guess B isn't too far from where I put him. I put him in C.
At 1250, I have 8 Brood Lords.
That's a lot. You got your expansion really fast, I guess. And
that's the first one I got. I took the expansion sliver first. Took it out first.
So you used third prestige. What enemy comp did you have?
Masters machines, so it's ground against Brute Lords. So that's
And they
why
arrive
enemy does
with,
matter.
Yeah, enemy does matter, and I think that particular comp gives a lot of gas pickups too when you destroy the stalkers and the. Does a lot give gas when you assimilation aura them?
I'm not sure.
I think you get a lot of gas from the assimilation aura. I guess you can do that, but
Maybe.
I think it's very comp dependent, which I guess justifies the B tier. Maybe a low B. Looking at the other guys, yeah, I mean, I can see low B. I had them see, but okay, low B
The
is
air
fine.
hybrid's actually not scary. It's the regular air enemies that are scary. Air
The regular
hybrid, you
enemies.
just spew them twice and hide away.
Right. So how do you deal with the regular air? For example, if you get carriers, if you get oracles, how do you
If you
deal
get
with them?
carriers, if it's Flee of the Matriarch, you quit. Like you can't kill them, because they will kill all the Corsairs will kill all your Mutalisks, and
Yeah.
Hydralisks will kill themselves from double edge, and you just dead. Like
And that's good enough for B.
I yeah, I mean
Okay.
that's one comp. That's the only comp. Like
How
that's the
about
only comp. Every other comp you have something to
how
do.
about banshees and liberators?
Banshees, that comp like the BCs don't come to tier 6, so that's way later, which means that you can use the crushing grip and hide in the Omega Worm while the grip is taking effect.
I guess that works. All right, that's fine for B.
Yeah, you grip hide, and then take less damage.
Okay, let's move on. Oh wait, prestige wise, you want the third prestige so you can get enough money for your dude lords.
Yes.
All right, let's move on. Nova for me is B tier because she can just use airstrike on the waves so that the hybrids never spawn, and then she can drop the nukes on the void sliver areas, void shard areas, and then you can just bring her back for 500 minerals. And if hybrids spawn, you can always get spider mines, but I guess if you're going first prestige, you still prefer Ravens. Not sure if Liberators will destroy themselves here.
They
I th-
will. If you siege them, they
Yeah,
will.
yeah. So maybe go third prestige so you can get a healthy mix of units and just use your defensive drone. That's actually think that's quite mineral intensive. You want units, you want defensive drone, you want airstrikes. I guess it's fine if you're not having to deal with double edged. You can do fine with fewer units as long as you're destroying the you're destroying the attack waves with the airstrike, and you're destroying the shard defenses with your nuke. So all your units have to do is hit a building. So I guess that's fine. Yeah, I think that's B. What do you think?
Uh, so you basically use P3 and make like anything you want except liberators, or if you make liberators, you don't siege them, and
Yeah.
then you just defense drone, nuke everything, and then just like poke the shards to death. The airstrike, you really need to aim it well because if you fight the hybrids, then it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
So if you're not good with that, you probably don't want to use Nova. I put her in B,
Okay. I guess we converge on that. Third prestige, right?
third one.
All right. I would almost say B star because you need to aim the airstrikes well, but I guess it's fine. It's still B. Raynor, where do you have him?
But because of the expo,
Here's what we'll do. We'll just resume from Raynor. Where do we have him? Because that first part cut off. So
okay.
okay, let's resume.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, so Raynor, he's an interesting character here because on paper he's pretty good against double edge, and his sacrificial nature means he doesn't care too much about mutually assured destruction, especially if you have spider mines. You still have to care a little bit, but because the expo is not free, your economy is online a lot later than it normally would be. So he's actually not as good as someone like who has reliable top bars that can take out enemies without using anything. I put Raynor in B, so it takes a while for him to get enough units, and he still has to dodge AoE and including mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, I also have him in B. I'm trying to place him, but like yes, he can just replace his guys. You can't stim because the stim will destroy your marines. You can get armor upgrades. Maybe you can get attack upgrades, but don't go crazy. Uh, yeah, I think B should be fine. You can do spider mines. You can do. I guess you really want to have your Hyperion. Don't let your Hyperion maybe just destroy itself. Or at least until you get all your point defense drones out, so you can at least mitigate the damage done to your guys. Maybe you can YOLO your Hyperion once all your point defenses are deployed. So that'll do better for you. B sounds like a B time to me. Okay. Prestige wise, no prestige. I
No
want first
prestige.
prestige. You need the replacement for the mules, right?
You need the spider mines.
You need the spider mace. Okay, that sounds like a job for mules. So not first prestige. Stat boy for me is A. I can't put him in S, but I've tried Stat boy and he kind of, Sometimes I just don't have enough firepower almost to just burst it because I use infestors. But maybe if I couple zerglings with it, that'll just push through. Because I usually when I'm lazy, I just use infestors with nothing else. So if I couple that with zerglings, I could probably just burst down the rest. Because infestors don't really care because they throw out units. So the units may deal damage to themselves, but they'll just get replaced. So I think that's A.
Wait, so he's A because you chose not to use his best unit.
No. He's A because I know. He's A because even with the best unit, I feel like it'll just be enough. If you don't
I would use Brute Lords.
Oh wait, I didn't think about that. Mecha Battle Carrier Lords? Really?
They're carrier Brute Lords, so they have carrier things and Brute Lord things, both which don't care. Don't use the Yamato, because that's no good, but Brute Lord plus Zergling. You're like Kerrigan, except you're not afraid of air as much because you have green zone plus a shield. So if they're air units, you can still E-Gorb, or like if you don't want to E-Gorb because it hurts too much, you just poke a little bit longer than you normally would. But yeah, Brute Lords are good.
Letter.
S. I put him S.
Wow. Okay. I didn't think about Dude Lords. I don't really use them because I think they're very expensive. I guess if you say
He can hold on for the early game, so he can survive really well because of green zone.
yeah. Every time I guess I just use it on two dense clumps of enemies. The only time I survive Super Gary Igorb into a densely packed enemy is if I have two Steadlights overcharged in green zone. That's pretty much the only time I can survive an Igor to a densely packed enemy area with Super Duper Gary.
Yes.
That's what you do as well.
No. So when you're, it's like basically after tier 2, I don't use Igorb anymore.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Deals too much. His regular damage can still deal a lot of damage. Like just keep poking.
So you combo Dude Lords with Zerglings.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I don't know. I haven't tried it myself, but you seem confident. So let's put Stetboy in S tier for that. Prestige wise, you still want the second one, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You don't want the first one because it just kind of feels bad, man. You want Super Duper Gary at least enough to take the expansion. Let's move on. Stukov for me is no, it's your turn. Stukov, where do you have him?
Lord of the Horde doesn't really care. Liberators with armor damage reduction, you can just target the shard and then until it's gone. You can use tanks which don't care about double edge either. Like the Volto infested that you throw at enemies, they don't care. Yeah, that's it. So S.
Yeah. I'm a bit simpler than that. Bunkers will eventually get it. You can use the liberators if you're feeling fancy. I would just mass bunkers and just call it a day. S tier for Stukov. Lord of the Horde, yes. It's that time of the cycle. Is Stukov, just do the Stukov thing, you'll be fine. S tier. Third prestige. Swann for me is A because he has the slowy downy laser drill. You can't keep mass repairing it to keep it alive. But I think you'll eventually just destroy all the attack waves before they land if you target them with the laser drill right away. And I have used wraiths here. As long as you don't keep them shooting, they will stay alive. They can take 2 or 3 shots before needing to regen their health, because double edge does regen your health after some time, and then get them back to full health and shoot again. I think that's good enough for A.
For Swann, you don't need to make any units, except maybe a Herc to teleport SCVs
Laser?
so you can build a factory at the top. Swann is extremely good on this map, but it's also extremely boring because you can drill the slivers for a long time. Let me see. I have this written down somewhere. Let me check. So Site of Amon. Okay, so the first sliver, since you're not fully upgraded. By the second sliver, you're fully upgraded. You drill it for 150 seconds, and it will die. The third one is 190, the next one is 230, and then the last one's 270. So basically, you can just drill the laser, and if you place your factory you can place your factory in a place where it doesn't get aggroed, or it only gets hit by phoenixes, and you don't care about phoenixes. So then you just drill it very, very, very slowly, and you will win. So you just need to keep your sliver, your laser repaired with a bunch of SCVs. As for the attack waves, you spread your turrets out so that they don't all get exploded. Only some of them get exploded, and you'll be fine. So because he cares about mutually assured destruction, I put him in A.
Hey, that sounds a lot calmer than what I did. I did wraiths, but if you can do a 10 APM sort of run with that, did you ever average around 10 APM with that, or was it a little higher?
I don't know.
You didn't check. That makes sense. I feel like that's something that you can recommend, because it's if it's 10 to 40 APM, you can definitely you definitely have no excuse not to be able to do that, unless you don't use control groups. Why would you not use control groups anyway? Yeah, A is right about where we converge. You want first prestige, right? First prestige.
I used the second one, but you can use the first one.
So you didn't have the slowdown for the attack waves? I guess you just used top bar for them. So yeah, top bar will work just fine.
Yeah, and then the drill goes down, and then it'll be back.
Okay. Moving on, Tychus. Where do we have him?
So Tychus, on paper, he's not good against double edge, but actually he has P3, and P3 is really good because it ignores double edge. And you give him a rattlesnake stick, he just doesn't really die. Because Rattlesnake's healing is based on a percentage, and the Odin has 4,000 HP. So you just use P3 and get both healers and push bases. You kind of care about mutually assured destruction, because you can't take too many explosions. You also have a medevac though to dodge. You can use that. But it does require some timing, and you have to be careful. So I put Tychus in B.
I also put Tychus in B. Oh, wow, we're actually almost aligned here. Because I actually was thinking second prestige, because I did try second prestige, and it does negate the damage considerably. So I was thinking you can still push with Sirius and just have Tychus at home or something. But, and yeah, I was aware of the Odin being really resilient against double edge. I did try it with the Odin, but I didn't think... Is there something special with the third prestige that makes your guys just not... Is it a bug?
No, it's just you get the Odin.
Oh, it's the Odin.
A lot more often.
Okay, so it's all about the Odin for the third prestige. Okay, I was wondering if there was some sort of bug that I could abuse for a video, but I guess just doing mass Odin is also fine. I was thinking with the second prestige you can clear the shard defenses so that you'll have an easier time. But I guess just pushing with the Odin in its basic form is also fine. Just let it absorb all the damage while your outlaws just shoot from behind. Yeah, I also have him B tier. I had him B tier for the second prestige, but I guess third prestige can also be B tier. So yeah, that's where we converge. But you recommend third one over the second one?
I think the third one is easier. I don't think the second one is bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it is bad.
I was thinking that as well. Let's move on. Vorazun for me is C tier because she's pain, just pain. She has all of units are close range. You can do a Shadow Fury and then blink back, but it's pain. Oh my god, it's pain. You can do the Shadow Fury thing on the Void Sliver with a time stop, but like it's pain. Oh my Donnie. Yeah, C tier.
I looked at mine. I looked at my own run, and my comment says, "As long as you know the attack wave timings, things are super easy."
What?
For the later waves, you can make 2 groups of Corsairs, put one at each spawn point, and then you just camp them.
So I have to camp heavily.
Yeah, but you don't go in until time stop anyways. So you basically make nothing but Corsairs.
There's nothing
and then
but
you
Corsairs.
time stop. Yeah.
How do you destroy the first? How do you get the expansion? You just take the gas.
How do I get the expansion? I can steal a third gas by 2 minutes because Vorazun can do that.
Yeah, Dark
So
Talon.
before I got a cyber core, I have 4 gas. I had my third and fourth gases being made. Okay. So let's see. 3 minutes Shadow Guard. 3 minutes Shadow Guard, and then I think time stop, finish it off. You do have to like move away so that you don't deal too much damage to yourself with the what's that thing? The attack. But yeah, you basically weaken all the enemies with the first Shadow Guard, then at 4 minutes you time stop. And then you finish off the shard, then you expand.
So what letter is that?
I put it on A because easy. Because you just time stop. Everything is time stop. And you camp everything. Oh, you make Corsairs, you camp every wave, you sit there.
Even if the enemy is air based?
You're Corsairs, you camp everything. You only make Corsairs. That's all you need.
And yeah, and
maybe if you're
memorize the attack.
If you're fighting Protoss, if you're fighting Protoss, you need oracles so that you see their observers. But other than that, you just make Corsairs. I did not make Dark Templar. I just made Corsairs.
So you went straight to Stargate.
You sit at the spawn points. Yeah, you sit at the spawn points. You sit at the spawn points until they spawn. Then you have time stop. Then you go in.
I haven't tried that. I guess I should try that. But for now, I'll take your word for it. If that's A, then yeah, I'll have to try it out to see how good it is. Maybe I'll actually try it after this recording. We'll see how good it is. I'll probably try it on the solo queue on Monday to see how good it is. But yeah, let's try Vorazun H here.
And with enough with enough Corsairs, you spread out the damage when you are attacking the attack waves, so you don't actually destroy yourself.
Interesting. So you do split your Corsairs to put them on each spawn point, or do you have
No, split them.
You split them.
I remember I made a guide recently about camping the spawn points, and you only need like 12 Corsairs at each side.
I guess
so at some point you're gonna have a lot more.
I guess if you're not making any Dark Templar, you'll just have enough Corsairs that they won't destroy themselves if you're just targeting transports. I guess that makes sense.
Yes.
All right, I'll try that on Monday. I'll take your word for it for now. Put him in A. Zagara, where do we have him?
You do need. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay. Zagara is S. She doesn't care about any of those. So you just Banelings for all the regular enemies, Scourge for the shards, and
that's it.
You win.
Yeah. I had her
That's
in A because I was thinking maybe she'll be on this team, but if you say S, I'm not opposed to that either. Yeah, just go boom boom. Prestige, first one?
First one. First
Alright.
ones.
Zeratul, Cannon's good, but not S good? I guess A good? What do you think?
Cannons are not good. They destroy themselves. Like, cannons are not good enough. So they are. Yeah, they're not good enough. I put Zeratul in C because for last time with instant karma, you're not forced to attack an objective, so you don't have to deal a lot of damage. You just need to kill the enemies.
Yes.
So it's actually okay. This time you're forced to deal like 10,000 damage in a short time, which means that your units are gonna deal a lot of damage to themselves without the Abathur to reduce. And like I masked shield guards. So that because shield guards don't deal enough damage to hurt themselves. So yeah, if you can use stalkers or ambushers, but like you need much better control for that if you choose to use those.
Which I don't have. I guess that makes sense. I also assume you use the Zeratul Legion. And like
yes, I think I used the stealing one.
Yeah,
yes.
You need all the units you can get here. If cannons are good enough, if they destroy themselves, then you definitely need all the other units you can get. Okay, yeah, I guess I should try the solo sometime. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe my ally is doing all the damage and my cannons are just there absorbing damage. Okay.
Which it's helpful, but it's not doing the heavy
helpful.
lifting.
Yeah, it's not A level helpful. I guess that makes sense. You're equal contributing by being the meat shield. Okay, I can see that. Fine. Let's have Zeratul and C. That's badass. Alarak. Interesting.
Yes.
Do we have a double S?
Not really. I don't see anyone that's like easier than regular Bruto or anything, but Dehaka's pretty close.
Is he the best in S?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, Dehaka goes...
You can put like a black image background to cover them.
No, that's too much work from editor. He has like school and stuff. I don't want to interfere so much with this.
I do this all the time. I just drag a black box, cover it, and then drag it for the entire timeline, and it's just covered for the whole time.
No. I thought of something else. I did something else for that. Anyway, it's gone. The gears are now gone. Anyway, who's second in S?
Stukov.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Stukov. Then Karax.
I think Zagara is third. Then Abathur, then Karax.
Then Stetboy. Okay. Who's top of A? Arcturus?
Manx is top.
And then
Artanis.
Yes. And then
I would say Swann, Hanhorner, Vorazun.
Swann, Hanhorner, Vorazun. And then for top of B.
Nova?
Yeah, I think so too. Nova sounds like top of B level.
Free sabotage drones. And nukes.
Nova actually almost sounds like she should be an A, considering the rest of these B guys. Maybe second would be...
She does have the thing.
Yeah.
Second would be Fenix. Raynor. Tychus
and Kerrigan. Yeah. C... I guess Zeratul is better than Alarak at least.
I think Alarak is better than
You think Alarak's better than Zeratul? Why? Overcharge?
Because Alarak can snipe. He can kill a shard every like 4 minutes because of triple overcharge. You guarantee a death. Zeratul has to push in from the front with everything
Don't you have a Void Eye for that?
For what's the difference? I mean, you still
It's
have
not.
to move your whole army. You're not, maybe you're not going from the front, but you're still putting your army in battle.
Okay, maybe that's. I thought you meant he has no means to get around the map. Okay, uh, uh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I haven't really played Zeratul on his own, so I kind of overestimated how much his cannons do. uh,
The
all
shield
right.
only lasts so long.
Yeah, I guess this looks about right. This actually could. The only real misses I had were Zeratul and Vorazun. The rest were, in my defense, they kind of look similar. So, uh, the rest kind of look similar to my own tier list. I guess that's where we have it. All right, guys, watch Twotuu's channel. I will link it down below. I'll see you guys next time.